Colorado is on track to reintroduce wolverines to the state. Wolverines used to live in Colorado until people trapped them into extinction in our state. Your reporter in the mountains, Spencer Wilson, is in Summit County with the state's plan for reintroduction.
Considering just about everyone has an opinion on the reintroduction of wolves, and not everyone knows what a wolverine even looks like, yes, this is about to be quite a bit different. One is an apex predator, the other is a scavenger weasel who sometimes eats rodents, sometimes eats carcasses.
Now that the governor has signed Senate Bill 171 into law atop Loveland Pass, the Wolverine is making its way back to Colorado after nearly a century of being gone. But they aren't just dropped in. There's a lot of planning that has to happen first.
Are going to include things like working with the U.S. Fish and Wildlife Service on the development of the 10J rule, as well as collaboration with other states and provinces to locate potential source populations of wolverines.
And where to release them, although we do have a general idea. It's not going to be the Eastern Plains.
We know wolverines like the year-round snowpack for their dens.
That's part of why Colorado is looking to do this in the first place. We're one of the last locations in the U.S. that can actually support the threatened wolverine population. But you can't talk about reintroduction in Colorado without talking about wolves as well. Aside from the name similarities, these are entirely different animals altogether.
Definitely the conversations around wolverine have involved industries like ski resorts and things of that nature.
Instead of ranchers, there is a reimbursement aspect for wolverines if they do attack livestock, but there's only 2 recorded events of that ever happening, period. So it's incredibly unlikely. As for lessons learned from the wolf reintroduction,
we know the importance of stakeholder engagement, of engaging the public on all wildlife and wildlife management decisions. And so we definitely are going to do that with wolverines, just as we did in the stakeholder engagement process with wolves.
It's up to biologists to figure out how many wolverines can actually live successfully within Colorado, within our ecosystem that already exists. Right now, they're estimating around 100 of them. Of course, that can change depending on a lot of factors, but the chances are, even when they do bring them in years down the line, you will probably never see one. And that's okay by the biologists. In Summit County, Spencer Wilson, covering Colorado First.